In the heart of West Africa lay the vibrant city of Kibu, where cultures converged and diversity flourished. The streets bustled with the hum of merchants, the sounds of laughter, and the occasional call to prayer. Kibu's people had always lived in harmony, a mosaic of faiths and traditions, thriving amidst the tropical beauty that surrounded them. But the tranquility was soon disrupted by the arrival of an unforeseen calamity. A mysterious illness crept into the outskirts of the city, beginning in a small, quiet village by the river. At first, the signs were mild: coughs, fevers, and fatigue. But soon the symptoms intensified, spreading quickly from person to person. The disease, named Oruka, sent shockwaves through the community as it claimed more lives each day. The once busy markets grew quiet, and fear loomed over Kibu as the sick filled homes and clinics. The healers of Kibu, renowned for their herbal remedies and natural cures, were baffled. No concoction seemed to stem the relentless spread of Oruka. People barricaded themselves in their homes, afraid to even visit their neighbors. The city, once so full of life, fell into a state of despair. Yet amidst the chaos, a puzzling pattern emerged. The Muslim community, scattered throughout Kibu, seemed largely unaffected by the illness. While others fell sick around them, they remained healthy. At first, it was dismissed as coincidence, but as the disease raged on, the stark difference became undeniable. The Muslims, it seemed, were untouched by the plague. The city's leaders, desperate for answers, called upon the imams to understand why their community was spared. Imam Ismail, a respected scholar known for his gentle wisdom, came forward to address the council. "There is no mystery to our safety," Imam Ismail explained. "It is simply that we have been guided by the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. His wisdom has instructed us in times like these." The leaders leaned in, eager to hear more. Imam Ismail continued, sharing the guidance passed down through centuries. "Our Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us about the dangers of contagious diseases. He advised, if you hear of a plague in a land, do not go there. If it happens where you are, do not leave. We have followed this instruction. We stay in our homes and avoid unnecessary travel. We have also been taught to care for the sick by isolating them from the healthy. As he said, do not bring the sick into contact with the healthy." The council members were struck by the practicality of the teachings. Imam Ismail went on to explain that Islamic practices of cleanliness had also played a role. "Our faith requires us to perform ablution, washing our hands, faces, and feet several times a day for prayer. This frequent purification, along with the general emphasis on hygiene, has helped shield us from Oruka. Cleanliness is part of our faith, not just spiritually, but physically." The city's leaders, seeing the wisdom in these practices, began to implement similar measures throughout Kibu. They encouraged people to limit their movements, to care for the sick separately from the healthy, and to adopt regular hand washing. The streets, once deserted in fear, began to stir with cautious hope. Days turned into weeks, and the spread of the disease began to slow. Word spread quickly through Kibu that the Prophet's teachings had provided a form of protection, a practical defense against the invisible enemy that had plagued them. Muslims and non-Muslims alike started to adopt these practices, and slowly the city began to heal. The people of Kibu emerged from the crisis forever changed. They had witnessed firsthand how simple wisdom, followed with discipline and faith, could safeguard entire communities. The relationship between the Muslim community and others deepened as their mutual respect grew. The teachings that had protected the Muslims were no longer seen as just religious rituals, but as valuable life-saving wisdom for all. In the years that followed, the story of how Kibu had survived the outbreak of Oruka became a cherished tale passed from generation to generation. It was a story not just of survival, but of the power of faith, discipline, and ancient wisdom in overcoming even the gravest of challenges.